Hi, right, this is the Roberts R600. Now I've been working on this one sort of in the background between repairs. Been working on it for probably about 4 weeks now, 3-4 weeks. As you can see, it's come up pretty good. It's in like a really dark blue. It looks almost black, but hopefully you can see that it is actually a dark blue. It's not a navy blue, it's darker than that. But again, I've not really seen a blue. I've never had a blue one apart from this one. This was a keeper, but I've decided to restore it and sell it on. So things I've done to it, you can see it's had a really good clean up. Once again, I've cleaned and refinished the sides with Danish oil. The grille is as it was. I've not done anything to that. And the leather cloth, again, I've not done anything with that. The handle's been off. As you can see, that's all original and in perfect condition. I've taken that off and given it a good clean with foam cleaner. That's come up like new. Other side again, nice and shiny and clean. Nicely finished with Danish oil. 3 coats of Danish oil on that. Gives it a really nice sheen. Back all okay. There are a couple scuff marks on the Rexine, but it's certainly not torn or rubbed off in any way. I mean, a little bit of polish will probably get rid of that. I ought to do that really, but so internals, what have I done? Firstly, I've replaced all of the electrolytics throughout, and one of the big bonuses for this set is I've actually had the module out. The module's been totally stripped of its electrolytics and the dreaded AF115 and 116 transistors, and they've been fitted with brand new AF125s. So say that's a major surgery. The volume control, I've stripped that right out. That's been cleaned. There's no switch cleaner in it. It's just properly cleaned like brand new, so it works absolutely flawlessly. It's real scratchy before. The switch bank has been out and cleaned, degunked, and it's now working perfectly. I'm trying to think what else I've done to it. So much. Say the top panel has been polished. I mean, you can see the finish on that. It's like new. Say this certainly has got to be the best condition R600 that I've had and that I've restored. Say it wasn't in bad condition before, but certainly the things I've done to it have really lifted it. So in the bottom, let's just get it up so we can have a look. I popped a battery in there for now. That's not a lot you can see in there really. If I whip the battery out, you can see all the new components in there. All these blue capacitors are new. It's got the original transistors in the main board, but the module in behind here, you can just see it peeking in the back, the dreaded LP1171. That is all refurbished, so that's saved someone a hell of a job. The bottom panel, that's a new one, and also the speaker. You see that speaker is real shiny. That's out of a donor set, which looked like it had a brand new speaker in it, so all well and good. Lucky for somebody. I say it's so tempting to keep this one really, but under strict instructions, it's got to go. Anyway, aerial, again, original Roberts aerial, this one. Pretty straight. The fat is pretty perfect, but the knuckle joint is still there. You can see that, but that's pretty good. So I've lubricated that as well, and it is again in really good condition. So I suppose really we ought to put it on now. Medium wave and long wave. is a bit of a non-starter here. So let's start them off on FM, shall we? AFC on these, strangely enough, when AFC is on, the button is in the up position, which is sort of back to front as far as I'm concerned. So let's pop him on.
They'd be amazed if she'd won a prize. He was nominated in the same category.
Tracy, call me, bro. You still ain't called me.
Next on Kanye's hit list, Beyonce.
The sound is absolutely brilliant in this. I mean, the amplifier section's been rebuilt with new capacitors.
Kanye says the pair haven't spoken.
Tone
Suggested his life was in danger for speaking out about the tension between them.
I've been sitting here to give y'all my truth, even at the
certainly sounds a lot better with the tone control up.
sit here to give y'all the
So let's have a tune around.
Outburst from Kanye lasted more than...
It does at home, watching the sunset over the shed. Same with the food. After an exquisite dinner, my wife said that's the best meal I've ever had. Better than my spag bowl. Oh, praising.
So let's have a look at medium wave, see if we can get any stations up on medium wave. This is going to be noisy. I've got my power line adapter on still.
Until just a few weeks ago, the chief executive of Rolls-Royce saying that this was a proposal that they thought had real benefits. They're used to working in this way in other parts of Europe, so it can and it does work.
French police say they've broken up a terror ring which was planning an
creating the conditions where winners can emerge and grow. It's like 60 prisoners have to encourage this.
Police say an attack on the Strictly Come Dancing performer in Blackpool hasn't been reported to them. Officers from the Lancashire Force have contacted the BBC so they can investigate further. Star Showbiz correspondent.
Well, it's certainly picking up on that medium wave. Let's try long wave. Now this will be noisy, unfortunately.
It's widely assumed that the standard bearer of the centre-right will eventually end up fighting Marine Le Pen of the Front National.
It's Radio 4.
Election. Mr. Pierce towards reform of the public sector might be a tough sell against an opponent who will prefer to talk about immigration than about difficult economic decisions that may lie ahead. Mr. Fillon's supporters, though, will argue he's easy to underestimate. Mr. Sarkozy, who we beat easily in the first round primary,
well, there is plenty of stations on there, but unfortunately, due to my power line adapter and all my other stuff that I've got plugged in here, it's unfortunately drowning everything out. But hopefully, you can see what a lovely radio that is, and it'll be sad to see it go. But good news is it's actually up on my website now for sale. So if anyone's interested, then you can see some high-res pictures of it, and I'll add some in at the end of this this video. Well, because I'll show you the literature that I've got with it first. Okay, so first off, this is an A3 copy of my original ERT service chart from 1968. It's in colour. On the front you've got the circuit diagram, and on the back it's got the board layout, the reverse printed side of the board, and it's also got the component layout. And what's really good with these is on the top of the schematic along here you've got RC and L, which is resistors, capacitors and inductors. So you could just, if you're looking for R1, you just go across to 1, come down, and you'll find R1 on the circuit diagram. So it does speed up looking through a schematic no end. There's also a list of components. That, as I say, you will not get anything like that sort of quality off of the internet at all. If I zoom in on it, let's show you what I mean. there. So I mean, you can see the print quality on that. It's printed out off with my A3 photo printer. It's on standard paper, but as you can see, that that is really good quality. I think if you did that with one that you printed off the internet, you wouldn't get the same. Anyway, that's the first bit of literature that goes with it. Second bit is this, and this is something I got off the Roberts radio group on Yahoo. Printed it out. In the middle there's the R600. Now this is, I believe, from 1969, this, and it's just like a range brochure, double-sided again, inkjet print, this one, but it does, if you wanted to, it folds up, but I'm going to leave it flat for now. But yeah, that's come out in quite good quality. Whoever scanned that originally has done a good job. Just outlines the set as well. Tells you what the price it was when this is printed. £26, 10 shillings, I believe that is. That's a recommended price, including a battery and PT. I'm not sure what PT is. Oh well, PT. Yeah, I'm not really sure what PT means anyway. But it's also, it shows you that you could have bought a carry case for it back in the day. I've got a couple Roberts here with carry cases, which is always interesting. And there's just one more bit of literature which I'm trying to find here. And this is the Trader service sheet, which is very popular. Not as good quality as the large A3 one, and obviously the schematic is a little bit smaller. And slightly different layout to the schematic as well, so it's nice to have both sheets. You can see that the schematic's totally different between the two. Probably, I don't know, I mean the ERT is more detail. The Trader one looks a little simpler to follow, but anyway, that's the literature that's coming with it. So without further ado, we'll whip over to my website and I'll show you what it looks like. Hi and welcome to my my website. This has been produced by my lad Joe. Thanks very much, Joe. He's done a wonderful job. Spent a lot of time on this. We've been sort of banging our heads together to get the content on here. So he's done a great job. I'm sure this is probably going to be my Christmas present, but you never know. I might get a few beers. Anyway, yeah, this is the front screen that you arrive on as soon as you go to Radiocruncher.com. I mean, I'm pretty sure whatever format you type that in, you should arrive on this page. The actual URL is up there for you if you want to look at that. So the home screen is what we're on at the moment. There's an about screen, testimonials, contact and store. There's also a big visit store button in the middle. Down the bottom here we've got a links really to my other like social media sites. We've got Facebook. I've got a page on Facebook, so please have a look at that. YouTube. Obviously most of you will see my YouTube page. Patreon, I'm still looking for some supporters on that, so please, if you can, subscribe to me and support me. And my Twitter page, so very useful links. And I do tend to post on like Twitter, Facebook, Patreon before YouTube, so well worth having a look at those. So let's click on the about first. So again, a little bit about me, what I do. There's also a get in touch hotspot there, so you can click on that and get straight in touch with me on the contact page. Testimonials. Thanks very much for those of you that have left me some good feedback. That one is Oxford Shortwave Log Clint. He did a lovely video for me on a repair I did on his Yaesu. Great channel, so please check that out on YouTube as well. You may see your name in here. I mean, there's various customers, some on eBay, some YouTube customers that have sent me bits and pieces to look at. So thanks very much for the testimonies, and please keep them coming. If I have done something for you, then always get you up on there. Contact details, basic contact formula, name, email address, phone number. Mobile's probably preferable because I tend to communicate with text. It's a bit easier unless I've got something really like really hammering on my head, and I'll give you a phone call if there's something urgent I need to talk to you about. But yeah, pop a message in there, hit the send button, and that'll email me straight away. So let's go back to the home screen. So we click the big button in the middle. As I say, you can click up there, but we'll go in the middle here and we'll visit the store. It's a nice little Christmassy screen there with baubles lit. It is unfortunately coming up to Christmas, so this is your opportunity to buy your loved ones or your family something that they'll treasure. Down here on the left, you'll be able to search by radio type. I mean, I mainly deal with transistor radios, but I have got some Volv radios. I'm sure some of you have seen the Bush that I'm working on at the moment. I've got Roberts at the moment. I've only got the one radio in here. This is just gone on yesterday, so it's a bit work in progress. So if we click on the Roberts R600 in blue, which is the one that I've done the previous video on, that brings us up into the product page. You've got various buttons. I mean, for some reason, if you click on it first of all, it jumps into the other screen. But you've got a useful zoom function there, so you can click on the image and zoom in on whatever bit you want to see. It works with all the images. So I've taken these images myself, and this is the actual radio that you'll get. You see it's in lovely condition. We've got some literature as well, which I've shown you already, but there's a little bit more literature than is shown there. And also there's a watch video button, so hopefully this video will appear in there, hopefully. So if you want to see the image full size, we've got a view full size button there. Just click that and that'll bring it up in glorious full screen colour. It does really look impressive, that radio. I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. So over here we've got delivery info. So I'm going to keep the delivery flat at $6.99. Okay, the video did cut off a bit short there. My apologies for that. But here's a few photos that I took of the radio. So this gives you an idea of what it actually looks like for now. So thanks very much for watching, and for all of those that have left feedback. And thanks to all my new subscribers. See you again soon.